city.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, ladies and gentlemen? So good to see all of you. We are four tonight, and I would like to see who is with us. So, all right, we have Asma, Bahir, and Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, what about the rest of the guys? Haytham is not here. Asma, kindly send any notification. Yes, Haytham. Just send a notification to Haytham telling him that we've already started our session today. All right. Okay, so Bahira, how's life?
It's too busy because now I'm here in Riyadh, and again there is a lot of house duties.
There are a lot of what?
House duties.
Oh, house chores to be done, you mean?
No, duty.
Okay, like what? Tell me, like.
Or how? Okay, to cook, cooking, or housekeeping.
All right. Okay. I don't think that this is something difficult once you get used to it. How long have you been married, my dear?
2 years.
2 years. Okay, so you were freshly married. You didn't
yes, maybe we can say that.
Yeah, we cannot consider you to be an experienced wife yet.
Maybe somehow, yes, somehow.
Yeah, somehow. So okay, great. May Allah make it easy for you. Anyway, so guys, last time we were discussing band school section, or the first section in the writing, which was writing a letter. Yes. Now the only one who sent the home assignment, unfortunately, was Muhammad Ali. Anyone else is done?
Dr. Hind, I'm sorry.
I can't hear you. Someone is saying something. Yes, Bahira, how can I help you again?
Yes, I didn't send the assignment because I missed this session. So would you please send the recording of this one? The record of this one?
Yes, absolutely. But why haven't you asked for it before? Well, all right. I will, but you know, the point is that you guys need to work out and finish session 1 before we move to session 2, because this is one of the most important sessions that you should not miss or lose. All right. Otherwise, it's going to be really difficult and tough for you to, you know, to catch up with what I've already mentioned before. All right. Okay. So now, what do you guys know about task 2? All right. Before task 2, I just want someone to sum up. What do we know about task 1? But quickly. Is Haytham here? Did he come here?
Yes.
All right, good to see you here.
Thank you. I already sent the home assignment yesterday night late, as I promised you. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Haytham, I can hear you well. Well, you say that you sent your home assignment yesterday?
Yes.
To whose email? My or Asma's email?
Oh, I forget. I sent it on the WhatsApp group.
I see. Oh, no. The writing should be sent to our emails, my dear. All right? So that we can check it by email.
Forget about it.
Oh, righty. Okay. So, Haytham, please make sure you send it once more today. This is very important. Okay? So, anyone to wrap up, what do you guys know about task 1? General, for sure. Muhammad Ali.
Hey friend, how are you?
I'm good. Welcome back, my dear.
Alhamdulillah, thanks a lot.
Finally, you're back.
I'm back now in Saudi Arabia.
So, what do you think, Cairo or Riyadh?
Of course, Cairo, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like Cairo, actually.
Okay. So, of course, Cairo, you know why? I think it should be Cairo because this is what is far away from you. And the grass is always greener on the other side, man. You know what does this mean?
Of course, we know what this means.
Yes, the meaning of the grass is always greener on the other side. It means like if you're far away from some place, you feel like you really want to live in that place. You want to come back at this and live in this place once more. All right. But when you move to the other side, in order to make sure whether the grass is really green or not, you come to realize that it is not as green as you thought it is. You know?
Yeah, I can understand.
Oh, yes, yes. So, all right. Hope you enjoyed your stay in Egypt. How was it?
Yeah, it was
Fun?
actually fun. Yeah, fun. Business. 2 days business. 2 days with my family.
Good.
So all in all, it was good. Alhamdulillah.
Only what?
All in all, it was good.
Oh, okay. All in all, it was good. Overall, you mean? Okay, great. Wonderful. Okay, can you, Mohammed, tell me a very, very quick like a very quick wrap up to what we explained before in the first session about task 1. I would really appreciate
it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Quick. First, the task 1. Task 1 will take approximately 20 minutes. We spoke that we need to finish it in 17 minutes and let 3 minutes for overviewing what we have written down. Task 1, we spoke about the letter. We have written down. Task 1, we spoke about letter, and in the letter, you advise us to start to set the point for brainstorming. And after that, just you have to write headlines about the idea. We will write about it in the task. Second item, or second step, is to write it down by idea. You also advise us to write down as a paragraph, not one paper. And we mean by paragraph, we have to stop to write it down and to finalize in the half of the title or something like that, and then we will start from the beginning.
Okay, 4-finger space indent at the beginning of every paragraph. Good.
That's right.
Okay, and then
we have to start with it, and there is 2 types of letters, 3 types actually: friendly one, formal, and semi-formal. Formal to a manager, I don't know it. Semi-formal to
someone you don't know. It's anyone you don't know.
Anyone you don't know, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, and semi-formal for someone you know him, secretary, but you are not friendly with him, like your direct manager, something like that, or the one who, or your maybe life poor, something like that. Formal and the informal one or friendly one, and this type of letters actually sent to your friend, to someone you know him very well.
Someone you know very well. This is the.
Yeah. This one's a friendly one, or informal one.
All right.
Informal one.
Yes.
Okay. And the difference between formal and informal or semi-formal or casual one is a starting point. For formal, we have to write down dear or something like that. In casual one or informal, we can start with hi, how are you? No need to introduce myself to him because both of us well known to each other. But informal and semi-formal, we have to introduce ourselves to the other guy, especially in the formal one. That's all what I can catch up.
That was perfect. But what about the content of the letter? For the introduction, what should I write?
Okay, we write down. We separate the letter to six titles. The first one was the introduction, and then the body of the letter, and at the end we can write the conclusions, and the fourth step is to write thanks and closing. Okay, for the introduction, we have to introduce myself if it's formal, and we have to write down why you are writing this letter to him.
Are there some phrases that you can use before you write the reason why you're writing this letter?
Yeah, you advise us to write down, for example, I would like, just a minute. Okay, I am writing, for example, in the introduction, we can start with, I'm writing to you about blah, 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 the idea. Okay,
all right.
That's what you are. I'm writing to you about something. And we have to mention here the title of the letter, why you are writing this letter to him.
I'm writing to you, yes.
I'm writing to you about blah, 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 something like that. This is for the introduction. And the second part of the letter should be the body of the letter itself. And it should contain the main idea and detailed about the main idea and supporting examples for this body letter. Okay.
I couldn't get it. Again, the first body paragraph.
For the body?
Yeah.
The first body paragraph. It should contain
the
main idea.
It should include. Yeah.
It should include the main idea of the letter and some detailing about this idea and a supportive examples for the idea.
Yeah, this means that in the first body paragraph, I have to answer the first question, which should include, number one, the main idea. After you write the main idea, you write some supporting details so that you can make it easy for the reader to be convinced with what you have already written. Okay? And eventually, you ended up using one example so that you make it easy for the reader to be convinced as much as you can. Yes? Okay? And then in body paragraph 2, you do the same for body paragraph 2, body paragraph 3. You answer the given bullet point questions. Okay? For every question, you separate a paragraph or you give a full paragraph for answering every question. Sometimes we won't need to write down write down a whole paragraph to answer one question, especially that sometimes it's not as difficult or it's not a long answer that requires a full paragraph. So you can add two questions, or you can add the answers to two questions in one whole paragraph, correct?
Correct.
That it should look a little bit longer than the others. Clear enough? And then you close your letter. How do you close your letter? Anyone else?
Closing? Okay.
Anyone else? Mohammed did very well today.
Thank you, and
you're very much welcome. Yes.
The close for the informal letter can be miss you. I am wishing to see you soon, or I am willing to see you soon. Something like this, which is informal. the semi-formal and the formal to be yours sincerely or your faithful.
Okay. So you mean that in the letter or any different types of letters, you should close your letter giving a sentence that says that I'm done with my letter already, and now I have moved. Now I am closing it. So one indication is one sentence by the end of the letter, like looking forward to seeing you soon, looking forward to hearing from you soon. If you're writing a friendly letter, you can write, for example, cannot wait to see you, or waiting for you impatiently, etc. All right? And then you close the letter by yours or yours sincerely and comma. Then you write down your name. Hey guys, please, submitting your home assignment is one of the essential things that would definitely allow you to know your mistakes. And let me tell you something. For those who do not submit their home assignment on time, let me tell you that if you're outside this course, okay, and you're someone I don't know, I usually ask for 200 riyals per task, for checking one task. So you have a golden opportunity to check your tasks, know your mistakes, and you know exactly what are your weaknesses so that you can work really hard on improving them, okay? So guys, please try to make sure that you use this opportunity in a proper way. All right. Today, inshallah, we're going to talk about IELTS Writing Task 2. All right? IELTS Writing Task 2 is mainly, as we said before, we will have how many minutes? 60 minutes.
20.
Yes, 60 minutes for the writing. Task 1 would be given 20 minutes, and Task 2 would be given,
20 minutes also.
No.
40 minutes.
Yes, 40 minutes. Why? Because no ساعة. It's an hour.
ايوه هي ساعه مش هم اتنين بس اتلخبطت بينهم بالاكاديميك اوكي.
No.
Okay.
The academic and the general, both of them have only two tasks, task 1 and task 2. All right? Task 1 would be given 20 minutes and task 2 would be given 40 minutes. And again, as we said before, 5 minutes for the brainstorming. And then you write in around 35 minutes, that would make 40. Or if you write in 30 minutes, full 30 minutes, you keep on writing, that would make a 35 minutes. Please give 5 other minutes for the proofreading stage, in which you read your essay and you find out whatever mistakes you may have done. By the way, even professionals may make mistakes while writing. That's why the proofreading stage, looking through the test that or the essay that you have already written is one of the most important stages that you guys should include. All right?
All right.
Okay, so now I just would like to share something with you before we start. You guys know what are the types of the essays and how do we organize them in task 2? Any idea?
No.
No. Anyone?
No, I don't have.
No.
Actually, no as well. No as well.
All right. Oh, mashallah. Okay, Bahira, any idea, my dear?
Types of essay, we have a descriptive essay.
Descriptive essay? No. Descriptive essay is IELTS academic task 1. But we
I'm talking generally about the types of essays, but not specifically in the IELTS test.
All right. For the IELTS test, my dear, will have many types, actually. They are more like, let me say, around 6 types of essays, all right? But let's see. Mainly, first we'll have agree or disagree essay. Again, agree or disagree essay. Another type, which is advantages and disadvantages. All right. Number 3, we may sometimes find a problem solution essay. Problem solution essay. Okay, they give us a problem and they ask us to write what are the solutions. Another thing is that we may have some other types of writing essays which are advantage, disadvantage, and in the same time they ask us for our opinion. So an opinion essay is very important, and it is considered to be one of the most frequent topics that we usually find in the IELTS test. Okay?
Okay.
So also, sometimes they ask us whether advantages outweigh the disadvantages or not. So, for example, they can say, people now have the freedom to work and live anywhere in the world due to the development of communication technology and transportation. وبعدين يقول لك, do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages or not? All right? ممكن يديني السؤال ده كده وممكن يقول لي, do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages or not? Okay, and give your opinion. It is an opinion essay. تفتكروا, oh, your opinion is required here or not?
Okay, required.
It is required. طيب. في another type of essay which says discuss both views. Discuss both views. Like what? Like, for example, when they say some people think that the best way to reduce the crime is to give longer prison sentences. Others, however, believe that there are better alternative ways of reducing crime. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Discuss both views and give your opinion. So, do you think that your opinion is required here or not?
Yes, required.
أكيد طبعاً لأنه بيقول لي give your opinion. It's very clear. Okay, نفهم من كده إنه sometimes your opinion is optional and other times your opinion is highly required. Would that affect my band score if they ask me for my opinion and unfortunately I don't include it? Absolutely yes. That would make you lose around 25% of your score if your opinion is required and you don't put it. So we need to know exactly whether this essay asks for your opinion or not. This is one of the most important hints that we need to talk about. خلاص يا شباب يبقى عندنا تاني agree disagree essay. خلوني بس let me share this page with you. All right. Number 1 here. Agree disagree essay. Do you agree or disagree? So, without looking at this paper, do you think that your opinion is required here or not?
Yes, required.
Absolutely yes. Do you agree or disagree? It means, what's your opinion? صح? All right. So, let's read an example. They say some people believe that the unpaid community service should be compulsory. Compulsory and obligatory. Compulsory part of high school programs. For example, working for a charity, improving the neighborhood, or teaching sports to the younger children. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So this type of an essay requires an opinion. Absolutely yes. But where should I put my opinion? This would be explained later. Number 2, here, advantage, disadvantages essay. What are the advantages of and what are the disadvantages of? Do you think your opinion is required here?
It's not required, but I can mention it at the end.
I think in this part, it depends on facts, some facts.
All right.
My personal opinion.
Yes, I agree with you, Bahira. And the point is that for advantage, disadvantage, when you write them, actually you're writing them from your own opinion. You won't write the advantages of something unless you're convinced that these are the advantages. Correct? All right. So your opinion is, no opinion is required, but you may provide your opinion in the conclusion, which is the last part in your paragraph, in your essay. Also, we have the problem solution. If we have a problem and they ask us to give solution. Okay? Is your opinion important? Actually, not. Because, again, you're going to tell us what are the problems, the reasons that caused the problem, and what are the solutions from your own point of view. So your opinion will be clearly stated, okay, without asking me to give my opinion. Especially if the question is, look, global warming is one of the biggest threats humans face in the 21st century, and sea levels are continuing to rise at alarming rates. What problems are associated with this, and what are some possible solutions? See, they are asking what problems and what are the solutions. So this is very important to discuss the problems and the solutions. All right, we will go back to this page once more because it is very important. We'll need to know what is the outline for every essay or for every type of an essay. Type number 4 is discuss both views. Discuss both views. Do you think that your opinion is required here? Okay, let me tell you, please do not look at the paper in front of you and try to guess whether your opinion is required or not. They say some people think that the best way to reduce crimes is to give longer prison sentences. Others, however, believe that it's better if they make alternative of reducing crime or alternative way of reducing crimes. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Is your opinion required?
Yeah.
Absolutely yes, because they stated very, very openly and very clearly, give your opinion. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, moving to number 5, if you look here, two-part question. Two-part question. Hold on, please. Oh my goodness. There is some very important observation that I just observed. Anyway, let's talk about it later. I don't want to distract you. All right, two-part question. It says happiness is considered very important in life. Why is it difficult to define? And what factors are important in achieving happiness? Again, this is a two-part question. The first part is why is it difficult to define the happiness? And number 2, what factors are important in achieving happiness? In order to be happy, what part is important? So how many parts do we have here?
2 parts.
Is my opinion required?
No, it's an optional.
Actually, it's an optional because they do not ask me to give or to state an opinion. That's why if I stated my opinion or if I didn't state my opinion, both would be the same, especially that the question is mainly about my opinion, which will be included sooner or later, you know. All right. Another question, which is advantages, do they outweigh disadvantages or not? A question B, will do the advantages of the development outweigh the disadvantages? Danny, do the advantages of this development outweigh the disadvantages? Do you think that your opinion would be required?
Yeah. Opinion is required.
Absolute yes. Opinion is highly required. Where exactly? In the thesis and in the conclusion. We'll talk about thesis and conclusion later. And finally, is it a positive or a negative development? Is it a negative or a positive development? Like, for example, nowadays more people refer to social online rather than face-to-face relationship. Is it positive or a negative development? Is it a negative or a positive development? You think that your opinion is required?
Yeah, it's mentioned, opinion
Absolutely.
is required.
Yes, yes. No, they say that, is it positive or negative development? So yes, your opinion will be required because it's mainly about your opinion. You won't be able to mention whether it's positive or negative, unless you state your opinion. Clear enough? Yes? All right. If you look at this paper carefully, you will get to understand that every type of an essay, okay, you will get to understand the following. Every type of an essay should, as we said before, include, what's the first paragraph? What do we call it?
Introduction.
Good. What about the second paragraph? What do we call it?
The body of the paragraph.
Okay, thank you very much. And what about the third one? It is called body paragraph 2. And last but not least, include your, this is what?
Conclusion.
The conclusion. Very good. The conclusion is not required while writing a letter, but it is very much required while writing task 2. It is very much required while writing task 2. So yes, the first part here is called the introduction. For an essay, we need to know many things. For the introduction, ladies and gentlemen, we need to learn something very important, which is called paraphrasing. It is called paraphrasing. And I think that we talked about it before, right? Ladies and gentlemen, did we discuss what paraphrasing is?
Yes.
All right. What does it mean, Haytham?
Paraphrasing is to use the simple sentence and the complex and compound sentence.
No, dear, this is not paraphrasing at all.
Paraphrasing to
yes,
to say the same meaning in different words.
To say the same meanings in different words. Yes, excellent. Thank you very much. Okay. Thanks a lot, Asma. All right. So allow me, please.
It's not Asma, it's Bahira.
Oh, sorry, from Bahira. And I was talking to Asma because she just sent me a message. Thanks a lot. All right.
Okay.
I stopped the share for one reason, okay? Because I just want to explain this lesson in details, okay? All right, good. Okay, now I would like to share this worksheet with you so that you can learn how to do the paraphrasing properly, okay, and you never miss the track while paraphrasing. Again, as we said before, paraphrasing means writing the same given question, but the same meaning, but in different words, all right? And we have so many ways in order to paraphrase correctly. Number one, if you can easily, number one, change the structure. Change the structure. What does it mean? Instead of a verb, let it be a noun. Instead of a noun, let it be a verb. Instead of an adjective, let it be an adverb, and vice versa. All right? So, for example, number one, here they say make a different word using the prompt in brackets. For example, development, change to verb. So it is to develop. Okay, development is which part of speech, ladies and gentlemen? Development is which part of speech?
It's a noun.
It's a noun, very good. So in order to change it into a verb, I say to develop. Instead of saying economize, you say? Economy. Very good. So economize as a verb, you need to change it into a noun, becomes economy. All right? Okay, now let's ask one by one. Haytham, بعدين Bahira, بعدين Mohammed. All right, we are how many? Mohammed. Okay, so 3 of us. Mohammed, oh, okay. Haytham first, 2 sentences. To analyze becomes?
Okay. Analysis.
Thank you. To analyze, change to an adjective.
Actually, I don't know the adjective of analysis.
Anyone?
Analytical.
Thank you very much. Excellent, ya Muhammad. Analytical. Yes. To analyze means, or if you would like to put it in a sentence, instead of to analyze, what would you say? Using the word analytical, ya Muhammad. Huh?
Me, okay. I thought you are asking Haytham. Okay.
No, no.
Analytical. So I can I will provide you with my opinion in an analytical way.
All right, or from an analytical perspective. Again,
on my
from
own,
an
yeah.
analytical perspective. Yes, from an analytical point of view. Okay. Thank you very much. قول يا محمد بقى evaluation and theoretical. Evaluation as a verb.
Evaluation will be evaluate.
To evaluate, and theoretical.
And theoretical to theorete, something like that.
Theory. No. This is not English.
Theory, yeah, theoretical theory. So it will be. No, I don't know it.
You guys don't know. Tab, who knows it?
Theorize.
Theorize. Theorize. Is it a verb?
Yes.
All right. Let's say.
You are. Wait. You are in number 4.
Yes.
Or I get lost. Okay.
No,
theoretical.
Yes.
Okay. Theorize. The verb of theoretical. It's theorize.
Thank you. Would you please answer 5 and 6 over here? Problem.
Okay.
So an adjective.
The adjective, it's problematic.
Very good.
Maybe.
Put it in a sentence, please.
Just wait.
Right.
Okay. The crowd in Egypt becomes very problematic issue.
Very good. Or you can say that the crowdedness or the congestion in the streets started to be a problematic issue. Very good. Thank you very much. To expect. Now moving
expectation.
Back. Yes. Okay. Expectation.
A piece of cake.
No,
okay.
But yeah, it's a piece of cake. Haytham, agree and organized. Agree. Change the opposite. Change to opposite verb. Ida, can we change the word into the opposite?
Yeah.
Yes,
disagree.
This is another way of paraphrasing. Yes. To agree is to
disagree.
To disagree. Okay. Or how can you put it? It's not to disagree. Not to disagree means to agree. صح?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Organized.
Not organized. Not organized.
Opposite adjective. This is a very organized room. It is a
disarrange?
No. Disorganized could be
unorganized.
Disorganized.
Disorganized or messy.
Disorder.
Messy. 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 Disorganized or messy. All right, Muhammad Ali, to prove. A noun.
Change it to noun. Prove. It's a very easy one. Prove.
So what's the noun then?
Improvement.
طبعا لا. Improve.
Can I say it?
Let him say.
Wait يا بهيرة. Don't stress.
Okay.
لا يا بهيرة مش كده يا بهيرة.
By the way, it's a song.
I know.
Okay.
So, to prove.
Probable.
ها؟ لا.
probableness.
ايه يا عم ده انت بتألف انجليزي.
انا عمال افتكر هي سهله مش عارف اجيبها.
ايه ده؟
عارفها ومش عارف اجيبها انت.
No, it's as easy as a piece of cake. يلا يا بهير. ها.
Proof.
How do you write it?
Proof.
Yes, yes, you nailed it. Excellent. Correct.
Right.
And to prove, as to change to an opposite verb. To prove. It's to?
Disapprove. Oh, okay. Sorry, it's not my turn. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Opposite
Easy.
verb.
Disapprove. Refute.
Refute.
Disapprove.
Oh,
refute,
right.
Yes.
Disapprove. هو الverb مش to approve. It's not approve. It's to prove.
Yes. Prove.
Yes.
Prove, yes, but disprove. Yes, disprove. Disprove or refute.
Refute, it could be a good meaning. Yes. We will have a look at the answers at the end of this worksheet. All right. So you can check your answers now. Disprove. All right. Analysis, analytical, to evaluate, to theorize, problematic, expectation, to disagree, disorganized, proof, and disprove. All right? Okay. Now let's move to exercise 2.
All right.
I will give you مش عايزين يا جماعة ناخد وقت طويل لأنه في حاجات أهم من كده بكتير لازم تتعمل. But I'm just giving you the most important tips of how to do the paraphrasing while writing down your introduction, because this is one of the most essential things that you should learn. All right. Now finish the paraphrased sentences by changing the word or word type and grammar. All right. You will need to change either the word by its synonym, for example, the word type, يعني instead of a noun, change it into something else, and grammar. So I'll give you 5 minutes to try as much as possible or as hard as you can to finish these 5 questions, please. Hey Shabab, are you done?
I'm done.
Alhamdulillah. Haytham and Bahira?
Just I'm on the number 5.
Yeah.
I'm answering the last sentence.
Alrighty. Let me ask you a question. What did you understand from these sentences? Is there a conclusion that you can make now?
Again, if you please, Hunt.
Again, my question is, what is your conclusion after you're done with this exercise? Is there a conclusion that you can give me now?
This exercise, okay.
What does it need to do the paraphrasing? Do we need to understand the meaning?
From my point of view, I can say that we have to understand the meaning.
Very good. It's a must, my dear.
Very elastic and very talented to with using adverb, noun.
Excellent.
Yes. You know, the language is very interesting. Actually, you have to make it on your way.
I do agree with you. Excellent. So all you need to do is to understand the sentence carefully. Then, by your own means of transforming the words, you can easily express them. But condition that, do you or can you change the meaning? Can you add something from your own?
I don't think so, because it's paraphrasing.
Excellent. So when it comes to paraphrasing, you need to deliver the same meaning, but in different words. Nothing less and nothing more. Remember, for paraphrasing, nothing less, nothing more. So look at the given example. We studied the statistics, then applied for funding. After, we know that after we should put a gerund form. So after studying the statistics, we made an application, which is a noun from the verb applied. We made an application for funding. يلا نشوف هيثم number 1. هيثم اديني الانسر بس. Concerns. Very good. Guys, check your answers, please. Concerns. Because it's some. We cannot say concerns بس يا هيثم. صح؟
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Good. Mohammed?
Cutting and bark.
Because of the council funding cutting, there was no
park for free. So no. Oh my God. Okay. There's no chance.
For free parking. Very good. That would be chance is right. Room is okay. But because of the council funding cut could be a noun too.
Being cut, it's okay?
No. Cut, you don't need to use being, as long as it's going to give the same meaning. So it's cut. Because of council funding cut, there was no room, no chance for free parking. Excellent. All right, Bahira, 3.
Is failed. His proposal is failed.
Is failed?
Yes. Sorry?
وليه مش failed وبس؟ ليه is failed?
Because failed, I think it's an adjective, so it needs a verb.
No, failure is an adjective.
Failure.
Failed.
Okay.
So his proposal failed because it relied too much on
theory.
برافو يا بهيرة. Thank you very much. يلا back to هيثم again and then Mohammed.
Emphasis.
Say it again هيثم.
Emphasis.
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 لا والله العظيم انتوا يعني بتطلعوا لانجوج مش موجودة أصلا. إيه قلت إيه تاني كده؟ قلت تاني كده؟ معلش.
Emphasis. Emphasis.
يا جماعة إيه ده؟
ده
ده ولا حتى فرنش.
المظات لقالق معاكي والله لقالق.
يا هيثم.
معاكي جواهر والله.
هيثم. Emphasis is
yes,
the noun.
Yes.
Emphasis is the noun. Emphasize.
Okay.
Emphasize. S-I-Z-E is the verb. All right?
Emphasize.
So by the UK only.
Yes.
لو أنت عايز تحط verb بقى.
Weak.
Verb. The
Weak
verb
only.
from emphasis.
Okay.
What is the verb here?
Emphasized.
But after you have to put like after. After studying, by, then put the verb plus ing. So by
Emphasizing.
أيوة, by emphasizing the UK only, the evidence was
Was weak.
Was weak. Thank you very much. حلو. محمد من غير فتوى يا محمد، خش على طول.
على طول كده ما اقدرش.
من غير فتوى الله يخليك.
Okay. The evidence wasn't reliable or strong.
طيب. As the emphasis was only on the UK, there was weaknesses in the evidence. As the emphasis was on the UK, the evidence was not قلت ايه؟ strong or
strong or reliable.
حلو برافو عليك صح. Here are the answers. Please check.
Dr. Hen, number 2, I want to check something with you.
اتفضلي يا فندم. Number 2.
Can I replace the word room by place? It's okay if I use the word place. There is no place for free parking.
There is no place. There's no chance. There's no, as it's written here, provision. And it's a good word. It's a stronger word. All right? And by the way.
Okay, so place is okay.
Yes. As I told you, Haytham, I told you that the word emphasize, S-I-Z-E, are the last 4 letters. صح? This is the British way of pronouncing or of writing the word with the Z. But the Americans write it with an S. E-M-P-A-S-I-S-E. All right? Like some other verbs, like recognize with a Z or with an S, emphasize, prioritize, and many others. All right? The British way is to use the Z sound, the Z letter, and the others use the S letter. The Americans use the S letter. Okay? Last exercise, please, before we move to something else. Let's take exercise number 3. Here, they say, decide which paraphrase is better. Remember, your essay should not just be one long paraphrase, even a good paraphrase. Again, remember, your essay should not just be one long paraphrase, even a good paraphrase. So your paraphrase shouldn't be very long. So you guys decide.
Okay.
But you have to tell me why.
I'm done.
Did you mention what?
Yes.
Good.
Sorry, I don't understand what does this task mean exactly?
What does what?
What does this task mean? Yeah?
Yes. Well. We have three sentences. The first paraphrase, the second one, and the third one. Okay?
Okay.
It says which one is better. Decide which paraphrase is better. Is it paraphrase 1 or paraphrase 2?
Okay, to choose يعني one or two is better than.
Anyway, here is the sentence. Adverts are a major part of everyday life. So what's better? Paraphrase 1, advertising is an important feature of daily life, or the influence of adverts can be felt as in all aspects of our lives. Which one gives the same meaning here? Okay, and the same for task 2. Here is the sentence, and we have paraphrase 1, paraphrase 2. You choose. يلا نسأل مين؟ محمد, first question.
Okay. Well, from my point of view, the paraphrase 2 is more good than 1.
Paraphrasing 2 is better than paraphrasing what? Sentence 2 is better. Why?
Why? Okay, I think in paraphrase 1, there's no change actually. Just he changing the verb to a noun, and it delivers the same meaning. But for paraphrase 2, he used another way. He completely changes the sentences that deliver the same meaning.
All right. Does it give you the same meaning, or it adds something to the meaning, or it takes away something from the meaning? What do you think?
He delivered the same meaning. Actually, he didn't take out anything, but he used more clever, more sounding sentence.
All right. Okay, do you guys agree with that?
I do not agree.
Why?
I think paraphrase number 1, it's close enough to the main sentence.
Which is the paraphrase 1?
Yes.
Advertising is an important feature, which is major part of everyday life, of daily life. So adverts equals advertising. Major part.
Equal important feature. Yes.
Everyday life, daily life.
Equal. Yes,
right?
Because paraphrase 2, it adds the word influence, and in the main sentence, I do not think influence adds anything. It's far from the main.
Good.
The main meaning
and
target.
Very good. I totally agree with you. So Mohammed, yes, second sentence is stronger, but it is far away from the given meaning. It adds something to the meaning. Here in the sentence, they didn't say anything about the influence of the advertisement. They talk about advertisements or adverts in general. All right?
Okay, if you please, if we take the influence of adverts, it means it reflected directly to a major part of our life. It's a major part, because the meaning he wants to deliver in the main sentence, adverts are a major part of everyday life. So it means it has that adverts have a high impact on our life.
All right.
So he delivers
this
the same
influence,
meaning, but with another one, can be felt in all aspects. It's a major part, can be felt in all aspects of our life. This one is equal to a major part.
Right.
Adverts, actually the adverts itself is not affecting our life, but the influence of it.
All right. طيب who told you؟ طب اسمع بس بقى، استناني مين قال لك ان كلمة adverts دي لا تعني؟ احنا ممكن نقول لك ماشي it can mean the influence of the adverts, but who knows or who told you that it doesn't mean, for example, يعني the national income.
The national income?
ما هو ده one of the most important influences on advertisements. It affects the national income because people pay a lot. صح؟
Okay, so it's an influence also.
لا احنا خدنا الانفلونس as one part of the impact of the advertisements or of the advertising. They don't mean the influence only. فعلشان كده انا بقول لك دايما don't jump to conclusions. احنا مش هنقول هو بيقصد ايه بكلمه adverts. لا معلش، خد كلمه adverts زي ما هي وحطها بالمعنى اللي هو قصده. سواء بقى generalizing يبقى you will generalize. If you didn't generalize then fine. Right.
Okay.
فاهمني ازاي؟ You don't make any conclusion. This is a very important part while paraphrasing. It was a very good point يا محمد. الحقيقة to be discussed because we don't need to jump to conclusions and what the writer means by this or that sentence. Okay?
Okay.
يلا بينا نروح على هيثم تاني. Where sentence 2? What do you think is the nearest?
Paraphrase 1.
سامعاك. الميكروفون هيثم الميكروفون عندك حاول تتخلص منه please. أرجوك.
It's built in laptop. It's built in mic in the laptop.
يبقى تروح لأقرب بتاع اللابتوبات وتقول له لو سمحت أنا الميكروفون البيلت إن بتاع البي سي أو بتاع اللابتوب عندي خربان فبليز صلحوه. هيصلحوا لك والله. شوف هيدفع لك كام وأنا
خربان دي بتاعت ماما.
ها؟
والله. خربان دي بتاعت ماما عندي.
By the way, I consider to be IT manager for IT department.
Say it again.
I consider to be IT manager.
IT manager? All right. I can't get you, but anyway, يعني you have a problem with your microphone. So in case you have any chance to fix it, please do. That would be a favor. Okay. And to your mates as well. Yalla Haytham, tell me what's the closest meaning?
Paraphrase 1, I think it is the more close for the main sentence.
It's closer than paraphrase 2. You think so?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Why? Tell me why.
Because he paraphrases adverts to advertising. And to visit drink.
Very good.
And have been recently banned, have been disallowed to use the opposite playground, use school, encouraging, leading.
Yes, encouraging means leading to.
Yes, and the playground use school.
School bullying, playground bullying
Yes.
could be school bullying. You guys agree with that? Do you guys agree with that? Who disagrees?
Dr. Hind, would you please repeat what Muhammad or Haytham said about this sentence?
Yes.
Because
he said that adverts has the same meaning of advertising. Soft drinks is fizzy drinks. Tango have recently been banned gives the same meaning, have been disallowed recently. For possibly, for potentially. encouraging playground bullying, leading to school bullying. They are the same meaning. It is the same meaning with different.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Perfect.
I agree. Yes.
Perfect. All right. Great. That has been wonderful. Okay, stop the share because I need to share. Now, all we need to do is to, number one, if you're going to write an introduction to whatever is given to you, please make sure you paraphrase the given writing prompt, the given question. All right? This is number one, and this is one of the most important things to be done. So again, for the introduction, we need to paraphrase the given writing prompt. Number two, what else? What do you think is very important to continue in the same introduction? Any idea? Have you ever heard about? Hold on. Have you ever heard about something called thesis statement?
Yes, I know it.
It's meant by a thesis statement.
It's a general statement that tells that what I'm going to tell about the general statement about the topic itself, and it should be attractive to the reader.
Okay, and it's more or less of what I really want to hear. All right, let me tell you something. The thesis statement means that you have to, oh, hold on, I'm sorry. Right. Okay, wonderful. All right, so again, for talking about the thesis statement, let me share this whiteboard with you so that you can understand what I mean by what I say. All right, so here, share and the whiteboard. So today we're going to talk about what to write in the introduction. Number one in my introduction should be a paraphrase. I should paraphrase the given writing prompt. The question that will be given to us should be paraphrased. This means that you're going to rewrite the same sentence, but in your own words. And we have different ways of paraphrasing. It's either changing the grammar structure, giving a synonym, giving the opposite meaning, which is the antonym, okay? Or changing the grammar structure, as we said before, which means sometimes we change the verb into a noun, the noun into a verb, the adjective into an adverb, etc. Okay? This is number one. Number two, I have to include a thesis statement. And in the thesis statement, I have to tell, all right, number one, if your opinion is required, then A in the thesis statement should be your opinion. All right? Again, A in the thesis statement should be your opinion. B in the thesis statement, you should mention the main ideas. Why do you think that you will or you stand with this opinion or not? Again, the reasons or the main ideas of why you're convinced that this should be the proper or the right opinion. Okay? So again, it's a why in a very short notes of your main idea. So that's going to be main idea one, and main idea 2. When I say main idea 1 and main idea 2, these two will be illustrated later on. So for body paragraph 1, I would mention the main idea, supporting details, and an example to prove my point of view. Again, for body paragraph 1, I should mention my main idea 1, my supporting details, and examples. These examples, from where do you think I can bring examples to prove my point of view? This question is for intelligent ladies and gentlemen only. So I want to mention.
Could you give us an example, a specific example?
How?
Just
for example,
to apply what you're saying.
Okay. No, we are going to apply together. There's no doubt that we're going to do that. So, for example, let's talk about. All right. Let me open one topic right in front of me. Okay, so that I can give you a real example from a real test. Okay, for example, they say that happiness is considered very important in our lives. Okay, again, okay, let's take something else. Well, they say that nowadays more people prefer to socialize online rather than face-to-face. Is it a positive or a negative development? Okay?
Okay.
Do you think that the opinion is required here?
Yes, it's required.
It is very important and it is required. Very good. So, then we are going to write our opinion. What do you think your opinion is? Or, forget about this part. Let's have a look at how to write an introduction to this topic. Now I will stop the share and I will share with you this topic, which is here. Okay. So can you see this topic? Here. The last one. Nowadays, more people prefer to socialize online rather than face-to-face. Is this a positive or a negative development? Your opinion is required. And the thesis, in both the thesis and then the conclusion. Okay? But be careful. يا جماعة احنا دايما بنتكلم عن something called the outline. The outline means what? What should you do in every essay? As you may see, for every essay, you have to include number 1, the introduction, body paragraph 2, and the conclusion. If you notice, introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, etc. But condition that you should follow the proper outline for every essay because sometimes it's different than the others. Okay? So for example, if you take our topic today, what do we need to write in our essay? Here, paraphrase the topic and then give an overall answer to the question. An overall answer to the question. Do I have to mention my opinion? Absolutely yes. Where? In the thesis statement and in the conclusion. So if I ask you to paraphrase this given question, how or what are you going to write? يلا يا شباب حاولوا بقى تشغلوا دماغكم شوية and try to paraphrase the given prompt. Then you mention or you give the thesis. As we said before, this is number 1. Let me annotate what we're going to include. Here. Intro. هيبقى موجود فيها number 1. Paraphrase. Number 2, thesis statement. And what I mean by thesis, 2 things. If your opinion is required, then you have to give your opinion. And overall answer. And again, as we said, main idea 1 and main idea 2. يلا. Write an introduction. I will give you 5 minutes to finish writing an introduction. Guys, please send your introductions to our WhatsApp group. Just take a screenshot and send them to our WhatsApp group so that we can discuss them publicly. Hi Shabab, would you please send your topics or your introductions to our group?
Okay.
Hi Sam.
Do you hear me well now, or is the problem still exist?
It's the same.
The same.
Yeah. Hi Sam, you may use some headphones if you have any.
I'm using a headphone, a mobile headphone, but it's only for the headset. It's not. There is no mic in this headset.
Yes, I
That's why
see.
I'm using the internal.
Okay. No problem. Okay. So, well, Haitham, let me discuss your introduction. You cannot start the introduction saying in one hand. All right? Don't do that. You should start saying that, well, many people instead of many persons. Person is usually preferred to be put in the singular form. One person, but the plural of person is people. So many people like to use the social media in the communication or to communicate. Haitham?
Yes.
What is better, in the communication or to communicate?
Communicate.
Okay, to communicate. While others, that would be a very good word to make this kind of a transition, right? While others prefer to communicate physically. Okay. حلو قوي. While others prefer to communicate physically. في حاجة ناقصة مهمة جدا. فين ال 4 finger space indent يا هيثم اللي قلنا عليهم؟
Yes.
Very important. طيب وبريفير طبعا ما فيهاش بس احنا مش هنتكلم دلوقتي في السبيلنج، هنتكلم في موضوع تاني. نكمل بس الكونسبت. I prefer ده طبعا انت كده بدأت تتكلم عن الثيسز وما بنحطش ولا bullet points ولا داش ولا أي حاجة. هم كلهم running sentences كده ورا بعض. تمام؟ Okay, so I prefer to use the online applications or application only.
Applications.
طيب ثانية واحدة. هو بيقول لك يا هيثم what is your preferences or what do you prefer؟ السؤال هو بيقول لك what do you prefer ولا هو بيقول لك is it positive or negative development؟
positive or negative development.
فمش هيقول لك انت لما بتقول له I prefer هو مش عاوز البريفرنس بتاعك. هو عايز your own point of view whether it's a positive development or a negative development. Alright? So don't go off point.
Yes.
الإجابة بتاعتك هنا هتتأثر جدا بحاجة اسمها coherence and cohesion. إنك you're going off point. ده مش المطلوب منك. Alright? So I prefer to use the online application. Actually, not. This is not what is required. طب نكمل بقى الستيتمنت اللي انت كتبتها. As many times is the only and the main easy mean to be in touch. For example, be traveling. عندنا spelling mistakes كتير قوي يا هيثم. طيب السبيلنج ميستيكس دي معناها ان انت لازم تقعد تكتب كتير جدا خلال اليوم، على الاقل تقضي 30 دقيقة يوميا كتابة عشان to avoid these spelling mistakes. عارف أحسن حاجة تعمل إيه؟ أنا هقولها لك مرة. Take it or leave it. تمام؟
اوكي.
احنا هنعمل حاجة ظريفة قوي. topic زي كده هتروح تكتب نفس الهيد ده، نفس التايتل ده اللي موجود قدامك، وبعدين في السيرش بار هتكتب موديل انسر. بعد ما تكتب ده تكتب موديل انسر، تفتح الموديل انسر تقراها وتنقلها مرة أو مرتين on daily basis. Okay, هيثم? That would definitely help you a lot improve your spelling mistakes. لأن إحنا عندنا spelling mistakes كتير. الكونتنت حلو بس البيسز كان ضعيف شوية لأن إحنا we went off point. خلاص؟ وبعدين الانترودكشن ما تبدأش in one hand and on the other hand. We usually start in one hand and on the other hand في body paragraphs. The transitions are usually the beginning of the body paragraph. ماشي؟
اوكي.
طيب هروح لحد تاني بسرعة نشوف what did محمد write. Bahira, where is yours?
I'm going to send it right now.
يلا بينا.
Just wait.
حاضر حاضر حاضر. طيب محمد كاتب ايه بقى؟ recently. جبت recently موجودة صح؟
موجودة يا جماعة.
nowadays. برافو.
nowadays.
صح. recently. لا نوضح. لا 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 لا. أنا مش عارفة أقرأ. محمد.
Recently, okay, because I have written down this paragraph before you asked us to share it together. So, recently, online socialization has been widely preferred over gathering.
Online إيه?
Socialization.
Oh, all right. Online socialization, okay.
Okay.
Has been widely preferred. Preferred is missing out as well. Has been widely preferred over gathering and having one-to-one talk. One-to-one talk. Okay. Okay, I like it. Personally, I prefer to meet. I prefer دايما تكون followed by a gerund. I prefer meeting. I prefer eating. I prefer drinking. All right? Which I prefer to.
All right. Okay.
So personally, I prefer to meet together. يعني إيه to meet together?
As a group.
But we don't say to meet together as a group.
Meeting. Okay. Meeting together. Gathering, maybe. I prefer gathering.
All right. I prefer gathering to have a long talk, as I enjoy a lot with seeing
face interaction. Faces interaction, maybe.
Face interaction. طبعا ده wrong collocation and body language. All right. بص أنا هقول لك على حاجة يا محمد. طبعا بالنسبة للبارaphrase حلو جدا جدا. Okay.
Okay.
Again, you did the same mistake as Haytham when you talked about your personal preference. They don't ask for your personal preference. They say, "What's your opinion? Is it positive or a negative development?" So it's better if you start saying personally, or from my own point of view, or from a very personal point of view, or I would say, from my own personal point of view, I would say that it is a it is a positive development, or it is a negative development, or you can paraphrase it. But you don't say what's your own preference. They don't want this. This is not what is required. There is a difference, a big difference between what you have written and what is required. تاني نخلي بالنا قوي, and you have to be very, very specific with whatever is required from you. Your opinion about whether this is positive or negative. مش معنى opinion إن أنت تديني your own personal preference. Okay?
Okay. Can you repeat your advices regarding the sentences?
Yes. Again. So when you say personally, Well, that's fine to say personally. You may say personally, from my own point of view,
Okay.
personally speaking, all right, hold on. I will share this file. Oh no, it's not a file, but it's another page. I would like to share it with you so that you can express your opinion easily. And all right. All right. All right. From my own from a personal perspective, P-E-R-S-P-E-C-T-I-V-E. All right. It seems to me that, or have a look at this worksheet. Right? I completely agree that. Let's read it. Read it silently, please. Read it.
Okay, agreeing, I completely agree. Okay.
So, yes, personally, I don't think. It seems to me that, it doesn't seem to me that. I think it's wrong too. Everyone should be free to. I don't really have this strong opinion. Okay, this is in case if you're expressing your opinion. Do you agree with something very strongly? You say that I completely agree, or I partially agree. Partially يعني مش قوي, يعني نص نص. Okay? I partially agree that the disadvantages مثلا يعني, that the disadvantages of using the internet outweigh the advantages of using it. Okay? Yes, you're right, but it's not fair to be written. I agree in some way, but I think it depends on. I don't really agree. I'm afraid I don't agree at all. This is in case that you don't agree. Presenting the views of your groups. The topic what we discussed most was blah, 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 or we all had different opinions about blah, blah, blah. All what I care about is these two parts. Personally, I don't think so. It seems to me that I think it's wrong to give the other opinion, okay? Etc. So you need to learn these sentences very carefully. From my own point of view, my own perspective, okay? These are all sentences that can easily express your opinion. Okay, Bahira, خلاص? Yeah, Bahira.
Yes, she finished. She shared it on the group.
يلا بتقول. These days, people preferably choose to communicate. ليه مش prefer to? يعني why saying preferably? They prefer to. So these days, many people prefer to choose to communicate with others online. To communicate online with others. We don't say to communicate with others online. To communicate how? Online الأول وبعدين with others, rather than meeting in reality. This is some kind of a paraphrase that you used, صح? From my own point of view, people need, Bahira مش needs, people need to meet, to communicate in reality to strengthen relationship bonds. الحقيقة أنت كنتي أحسن حد كتب introduction بس this is not a sufficient
I know.
This is only one reason.
أنا حاسة إني بألف يعني by the way يعني this is the feeling I have
no,
while I'm writing.
Right? No, you're
because
doing.
I lack the proper vocabulary I should use. I know that. I'm aware of that.
Okay, that's why my advice to you is to read the model answer to your.
Yes. You're right.
Yes, you need to use the model answer first. Read it very carefully. Learn the new vocabulary that you might face, and after that, try reading it on your own. Try writing it on your own. That way would absolutely help you a lot. طيب يا بهيرة?
Yes, you're right.
Right.
I'm listening to you.
Sorry? You what?
I'm listening to you.
Oh, right, great. Okay. So back to the same topic. I just would like to find this page once more. Sorry. I was really stupid not to invite all my students to this class. Oh, no. Asma, you should have warned me.
I thought it was writing task 1 actually.
Oh, all right. But it's better, you know. I think it's better now because it's for the good of our students. No, you know, less number means more concentration. So here we go. Okay. So nowadays more people prefer to socialize, and yes, nowadays could be replaced with what? Ladies and gentlemen. يلا نعملها مع بعض دلوقتي.
Recently.
All right, that could be a very good paraphrase. Very good. What else? طيب, recently is a good one. More people prefer to socialize online. أنا عايزة حد يعمل لي more, a better paraphrase. More people. Can I say an increasing number of people?
Yes.
Very good.
The majority?
Sorry?
The majority of people أو the majority of
لا هو ما قاليش the majority. أيوة طبعا لا ما قاليش the majority. احنا قلنا we have to be very specific يا محمد. More people than before as compared to the past. ده مش معناه إنه the majority prefer to socialize online. صح؟
صح.
طيب نخلي بالنا.
Can use huge amount.
Say it again, please.
Can use huge amount.
Huge amount of people.
Yes.
ولا a huge number of people. هو ال people بيتعرفوا بالamount ولا بالnumber؟
Amount.
لا amount of people.
Yes.
لا huge number of people.
2 people, 3 people. Yes, number.
All right. So huge number of people. أيوة. طب prefer. ممكن نقولها إيه؟
Like.
بس هي مش نفس المعنى بتاع prefer. طيب could it be choose to?
Yes.
صح كده؟ طيب instead of
yes.
socialize online could be what?
Social media.
لا. Socialize.
Communicate.
برافو. Communicate. أيوة إيه؟
Online.
All right.
Or social media.
تمام. Communicate online. وعلى فكرة كلمة socialize ممكن جدا نغيرها ونقول meet and talk to other people. This is the meaning of socialize. What's to socialize? Is to meet and talk with people. Or with friends. All right, so an increasing number of people meet and talk to their friends online. وبعدين rather than هتبقى إيه؟
More than.
إيه؟
More than.
لا.
Instead of مثلا. Instead of something.
جامدة جدا صح. Instead of برافو. Instead of face to face.
Communication.
لا.
Life.
Face to
Head to
face.
head مثلا.
Could it be in person? In
One to
person.
one.
In person معناها face to face. In person. To communicate with people in person. In person. P-E-R-S-O-N. Okay? وبعدين هنبدأ نقدم الثيسيس statement. هو بيقول لي your opinion is required and they're asking whether this is a positive or a negative development. فأنا هبدأ أقول in my opinion, from my own point of view, right, from a personal perspective. وبعدين هقول my own point of view. My own point of view فين هنا. So it is a positive or it is a negative. It's either or. Okay? So you can use the word positive and negative. What else can I use instead of these two words?
It has bad impact, negative impact.
Negative impact or a bad impact. Okay. It cannot be a bad impact. بس يعني we can say that.
Pros and cons.
Cons and pros. And pros.
Yeah.
Pros and cons.
Disadvantage or advantage.
Okay, so you can say that it has more disadvantage from my own point of view. It has more disadvantage or it has more advantage. Has merits or demerits. It has more minutes that outweigh the merits. Merits and demerits معناهم إيه؟ Anyone?
مميزات وعيوب. The same meaning, the synonym of word advantage or disadvantage.
Yes, very good.
Yes.
But it's not an advantage, disadvantage. So يعني, we cannot use these two words now. So you may say that, well, in my point of view, this is a negative development, for example. This is a negative development. وبعدين بعد ما أقول my opinion, which شوفوا بقى أنا عملت إيه؟ أنا مش هحط الopinion في حتة وبعدين main ideas في حتة. Alright? Which can lead to. These are my main ideas اللي أنا أخدهم تحت أفصصهم في البودي paragraph. Which can lead to number one, for example, health problems. طبعا ما بنكتبش number one. أنا بقول which can lead to health problems and issues. Also, potentially harmful situations that might appear in later on in our lives. Okay? يبقى أنا هتكلم أول body paragraph اتكلمت عن ال health issues. Health issues. And number two هتكلم عن ال potential harmful situation and the problems that may appear later on in our lives. Clear enough?
Okay, clear.
طيب أنا دلوقتي if I would like to talk about the potential health problems, potential يعني probable. مش كده؟ مش انتوا عارفين يعني potential?
Yeah.
Yes, probable. So I will consider that I am done with the body paragraph. خلاص؟ أنا كده خلاص الحمد لله خلصت أول introduction, the first body, and I would move to my first body paragraph. المفروض المين idea بتاعتي هتبقى إيه؟ The health issues. Very good. Very good. طب أنا هبدأ وأقول بقى regarding the health issues ولا لازم أبدأ ب one of the transitional words or phrases؟
طبعا transitional word or phrase.
لازم. ليه؟ To join my ideas together in my paragraphs with each other. خلاص؟ يبقى هقول on the one hand some serious problems that can arise from people socializing online is the health issues such as هاي يا شباب مين يقول لي health issues that may that could be the impact of using the of socializing online in health issues.
To disappointment.
Health issues.
Okay.
Sight weakness. Sight weaknesses.
All right.
Weakness.
Some sight weakness. Okay. It can also affect your backbone.
Sorry?
Backbone health.
Okay.
It can also affect our backbone health, yeah, general health, and it may lead to some disc problems or issues. All right. What else?
Maybe also it will affect the eyes by using the screen for many hours.
Yes, this is what Bahira has just said. She said that it may affect your eyesight. It may weaken your eyesight. Yes, very good. What else? طيب, talking about the
psychologically.
Yeah, جمالك يا محمد. Psychological problems that may
like missing please.
Like what?
Like and recently a new disease has appeared. It's called missing. Okay, those people are afraid to miss any updates or comments or photo to be shared on Facebook and WhatsApp from their friends. We have read about it before. Psychologically, this.
So what do you think is the psychological problem that might happen or occur to those people who are overusing technology? This could lead to psychological isolation. Stay far away from your family and friends and just dealing day and night with the artificial intelligence or the فاكرين كانوا بيقولوا عليها ايه بقى؟ كانوا بيقولوا عليها بالعربي الواقع الافتراضي.
Virtual reality.
برافو عليك يا بهير، أنا كنت مستنية حد يقولها لي. Yes, and dealing with the virtual reality instead of mingling with your own society members would absolutely lead to some sociable problems, especially if you're a married man or a married woman to have your own responsibility and you have to socialize with real people around you. Correct?
Correct.
طيب, this when it comes to the health issues. بس هو أنا كده am I done? أنا كلمت عن health issues as a main body paragraph, a main idea. وبعدين اتكلمت عن ال physical issues أو ال physical problems that might come up to the surface. Also the psychological issues that might come up to the surface. ناقصني حاجة في البودي ده. ناقصني إيه؟
To give examples?
ها؟ Again?
To give examples?
برافو عليك يا هيثم، صح. What do you think is the example that I should give? Examples can be either from your own personal experience or a made-up research result. A made-up research result. So you can, for example, say that one of the most recent California papers has proved that, or California researchers have proved that those people who are socializing online are more prone to psychological issues, or more prone to, for example, you can say isolation and feeling lonely all the time. All right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm done with body paragraph 1. After that, I should move to body paragraph 2. What do you think is the main idea in body paragraph 2? يا شباب أنا قلت في الأول خالص الانترودكشن، قلنا عندنا الهيلث ايشوز وعندنا إيه كمان؟
لا ذاكرة السمع. I couldn't remember actually.
Who has a good memory here?
I can't remember. Okay.
Huh?
Bahira, of course.
Psychological issue? I'm not this person. You get me wrong. Psychological issue or?
We talked about psychological issues when we were talking about the general health. All right?
Okay.
So if you believe that you may run out short of ideas, you can talk about the physical problems that may appear on one paragraph. And in the second paragraph, you talk about the psychological impact that a person might be affected by. صح كده? And finally, I would move to the conclusion. في الconclusion بقى هعمل إيه؟ حد يقول لي. Here it says that for the conclusion, you have to give a summary and state your opinion once more. إيه ده؟ Summary إيه؟ You have to give, we usually say that the conclusion is a mirror image to the introduction. لو أنت جبت مراية كده وحطيت قدامها الانترودكشن، اليمين هيبقى يمين ولا هيبقى شمال؟
هيتعكس طبعا، اليمين يمين والشمال شمال.
لو
اليمين شمال والشمال يمين.
لما بتقف في المراية بتشوف إيدك اليمين يمين؟
مش بترفع الشمال بتاعتها، العكس.
نعم؟
يميني هو شمال المراية.
يا لهوي يا الله. لا معلش، يعني your right is the left.
شمال المراية موت.
This is so confusing. Come on, don't confuse me, please. Your right is the left in the mirror, and the left is the right in the mirror. Correct? So different directions. So this is what exactly should happen while writing conclusion. You should, for the introduction, you should paraphrase the introduction. يعني هنعمل paraphrasing twice. One, in the first time, I should paraphrase the given question في introduction. وفي conclusion, I have to paraphrase the given introduction. طب do I have to paraphrase my opinion? طبعا. If your opinion is required, then you have to paraphrase your opinion in the conclusion. Clear enough? Hi, Shabab.
Clear enough. Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes, it's clear.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. So now let's have a look at. Okay, the model answer to this question. طيب. تريق عليا براحتك، تريق ماشي.
ابدا والله.
Oh, by the way, the second main idea is social problems.
يا سلام، بعد ايه بقى؟ Okay, thank you very much.
I keep saying, keep it.
Yeah. All right, so hold on. All right, now let's share this model answer and see how is it presented. Here they say, number one, as we discussed before, have a look at this. See, an increasing number of people meet and talk to their friends, instead of socialize, meet and talk to their friends online, instead of, which is rather than, in person, which is what?
Face to face.
And then thesis statement. In my opinion, this should be mentioned. This is a negative development which can lead to, number one, isolation, potentially harmful situations, and also problems later on in life. تمام؟
Okay.
And then معلش يا جماعة, we have to pay attention to this phrase, and you have to introduce your point of view in a very clear manner so that the examiner can easily know that this is your opinion and your opinion is easily mentioned. He or she can spot your opinion easily. And now she's talking about one serious problem. All right? Is that it can lead to isolation. Now she's starting to compare between people before the internet and people after. Before the internet, people would frequently go out to meet friends, for example, in cafes, bars, and restaurants. Whereas now, people prefer to stay at home alone, chatting online. As a result, people are starting to spend the majority of their time alone at home, at their room, without meeting others. Isolation of this kind is not healthy and can sometimes lead to depression and other issues. So she's discussing one of the most important problems. Is there any other problems? Yes. Another issue is that meeting people online can be risky. In other words, people can assume fake identities online as well as hide their true characteristics. And this is particularly concerning for teenagers who are impressionable. Impressionable means?
Impressionable يعني
they are easily affected by other people and can easily be led into dangerous situations. Furthermore, as the interaction online, parents have no way of monitoring it and protecting their children. Okay? Do you think that this is a good example of talking about parents and monitoring and protecting their children? Talking about teenagers, it is a very good example. Finally, see, here she started one transitional phrase, one serious problem is that. And then another issue is that. She's binding the paraphrasing with each other. She's relating them to each other. Finally, this means that there is a final issue that she would like to discuss. Socializing online can lead in difficulties years later as conversations and shared photos that had been forgotten reappear. All right? This situation is currently critical for many people. Again, especially for teenagers who do not think carefully before posting online. That is to say that information which is put online can remain there forever. And while people may share intimate communication with close friends, these words can then resurface later on, leading too much embarrassment. All right? Imagine that مثلا a young girl has written that she has been engaged to someone, or in a we see that some teenagers write in relationship with. Yeah, they use this they use these facilities on the Facebook, for example, in relationship. However, this might be a little bit embarrassing if she thought about a serious relationship with someone else. Okay, she won't be able to get rid of these all these titles or all these posts that she posted before, because these information remain forever, and it is possibly can lead to much embarrassment in the future. Understand?
Understand, yes.
طيب, in conclusion, in order to write your conclusion يا شباب, هل في كلمات كده ممكن نبدأ بيها الكونكلوجن؟ قال لي طبعا. Number one is in conclusion. Please, محدش يكتب in a nutshell. In a nutshell is not formal at all. Please, in a nutshell is not formal at all. So don't use it. So we write in conclusion, all right? To conclude is a very good one to start your conclusion with. To conclude. To sum up. Yeah, very good. Sum up, all right?
Finally, eventually.
Okay, or as a summary.
Maybe we can use as a result.
Sorry?
As a result?
As a result, no. As a result, if you're talking about reasons and some results to these reasons. Okay? About a cause, some causes and some effects. This is as a result. So you talk about, for example, globalization. In the first paragraph, you talk about the reasons of this phenomenon. And then the second reason, you say, as a result. Now you're talking about the results of these reasons. All right? So to conclude, to sum up, as a summary, what else? In conclusion, okay? Choose one of these and start your conclusion with. See, and now she's saying that although it has become more...
In conclusion.
Sorry?
In conclusion.
احنا كتبنا in conclusion والله, to conclude or in conclusion, yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't notice it.
It's okay, dear. So in conclusion, وزي ما قلنا, conclusion بيكون mirror image what has been mentioned here in the introduction. Mirror image. They, although it has become more popular for people to socialize through the internet, it has brought about too many problems for this to be considered in a positive trend. All right? Mentioning your opinion here, mentioning your opinion here in the conclusion is, some people say that it's a must, and I totally agree with this. And other people say that it's not a must as long as you have already mentioned it in the introduction. All right, but I go with the first saying, which says that you have to mention your opinion in the conclusion as well. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how did you find it? Is it easy or difficult?
It's very easy right now.
Alhamdulillah. I'm glad that it started to be, or you started to familiarize yourselves with these types of essays, all right?
Yes.
قدامنا نص ساعة كمان, all right? I will introduce a different type of an essay after 10 minutes from now. Allow me, please. After 10 minutes from now, I will introduce a different type of an essay, and we will see how to deal with it. 10 minutes break, and we'll come back, inshallah. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much.